Jacob, we love books on this show, and we're going to turn on to the Trevor Book Club and ask you to share a couple of books that you've read that have inspired you, that have impacted on you with our viewers. What books have you read that you recommend?
A nice one. You know, firstly, of course, I regularly and almost every day read my Bible. That's the first book I would want to say. I hardly go days without reading. I get a lot of inspiration from scriptures, you know, different stories that you find. I'm hugely inspired by those. You know, they are quite a guiding principle in the way I live. And when I was in prison, one of the things is we asked for books to come through. And they didn't allow any other book except my Bible.
Oh, wow.
Very strange. And I had to smuggle only one, actually. I smuggled Strive's book, you know, building $1 billion business in Africa. So actually we smuggled, they got into something and then they thought it was something and then I found it in and I read it through and then I took it out, which was very unfortunate. Yeah, I've done a lot of reading. And of late, actually, currently I'm reading 2 books. You know, when I was in prison also, I eventually managed to get, you know, the lawyers eventually managed to get one book which I had meant to read, which is My Life by Bill Clinton. Okay. Yeah, so I've been going through that. It was quite an amazing story to look at where Bill Clinton came from and so on. So I read through that. Then currently I'm repeating, reading Long Walk to Freedom. Oh, wow. I've been so much inspired by Nelson Mandela. You know, I've been so much inspired by his story that I'm actually repeating reading that book, and I've read it before, of course. And then one thing that has frustrated me so much is that, you know, our own politicians have no time to reflect and write books about themselves. You know, it's so sad that Mugabe died before he could even write a book. You know, if he had actually written a book, I would have read it, you know, because I would have loved to understand his anatomy and his reading of situations. So I've read The Story of My Life, you know, Joshua Ngomo's autobiography. And also, of course, one of the books that I loved a lot reading about was Dreams from My Father. These days, I'm reading books that give me a lot of inspiration to keep going. Because, you know, you don't want to come to a position whereby, you know, sometimes when even there's no encouragement from outside, you want to find it in yourself. And books, I've turned to books, and they've been very, very inspirational and good for me.